Hello, hello, welcome back. Today we have a new day, awesome day, and Twitch is not working, so what could go wrong? As usual, every stream something is wrong, and today it happened to be Twitch. But fear not, at least we have YouTube working, at least for now, so that's good. And today we have some stuff to do. Last week, Friday, we tried to do some info.json file, and it also didn't go well. So I did some digging, and it turned out that the keyboard layout editor to info.json converter, I think that was this one. No, maybe this one. Maybe this one. Also not. It should be somewhere over here. Okay, this, yeah, there is the converter. Okay, so it looks like this thing doesn't like it when we do something like this, when the keys are slightly like off. So it's not a full column like this, but it's like that. Then it has some issues. So I think what we're gonna do today, I will just try to clean it up a little so that it won't confuse the converter. I think they even mentioned something about it over here. Yes, so there are two edge cases. One is if you have a key that is like a different shape, like the ISO enter. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find one. Let's see. ISO enter. Oh yes, that's the one. Something like this. So we can't really have that. At least not if you want to create the JSON file. And we also shouldn't have anything that is slightly off. So they mentioned something about this keyboard. Let's see if we can find it. What's the full name? Okay, TKC 1800. How about some videos maybe? I mean images. So I guess that's the one. Okay, so it looks like the arrow keys are slightly misaligned. It's not like in normal keyboard. For example, if we take a look at the keyboard layout editor and we can just load a preset. Let's see, maybe this one. Okay, so the arrow keys are like in one line with the column. So we have insert, delete, and then you have left and so on, so on. And looks like this keyboard has arrows slightly off. And that's what they talk about in the QMK document, that over here we have to put them in as like non-moved or maybe like aligned, and then we have to change it manually. So after the conversion is done, we can technically do whatever we want with it. And I think they also mentioned that we can't have any rotation on the keys, but that's something that we didn't have. I only changed the height of the key, and I think that was okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I will try to move all those keys a little, and we will try to convert again, change the matrix, and we see what happens. I'm also not quite sure if it also applies to like horizontal. So maybe if I just make this key normal size and just put them all like row under row, so that they are like this. to be double sure that we didn't miss anything. No output to Twitch. I'm not sure what happened there. Very odd. And the funny thing is, I was testing the stream yesterday on the Twitch. They have this Twitch inspector, and was showing me, yeah, great bitrate, awesome stream. Yeah, I can see it's great because it's black screen. Okay, and let's move these as well. But this theory kind of checks out because those keys, for example, these three, they were okay. And I think encoder was also okay. I think this one. Yeah, and then this one wasn't even working because it was also kind of like 1.25 or something like that. It was overlapping with this column. So now we have no overlapping keys. Okay, at least YouTube is working, or it's pretending that it's working. Okay, looks okay, at least for now. Okay, let's continue. So more or less, this is how it looks like. We have all the keys set. Nothing is overlapping as far as I can see. Okay, so from here, I will try to copy the raw data and just dump it into the converter. And convert, come on. Okay. So we don't need everything because the keyboard name, URL, and all this stuff we already have. All I need is the layout, and I will copy all the way to here. And now I will go back to my source. Okay, so this is the one that we did last week. So some of the keys work, some of the keys don't work. So I will of course not use Git. Maybe next time, next stream. I promise I will start using Git. But for now, I will just copy and paste. I will just save it as a different name. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's call it alt. And this one, we can change like this. Using Vim on Windows, it's a pain, especially in Visual Studio. Let's try again. Copy and paste. Okay, got it. So now we have to clean it up a little. I don't know why it doesn't add the new lines, and it also skips the matrix. Like over here, we had to add the matrix value by hand. Oh, that's not an issue. We have so little keys that it shouldn't take long. Okay, so the layout starts here. Okay, so more or less we are done with this, and now we have to add the matrix. Okay, so we have this done. I hope I didn't miss anything. Yeah, but looks about right. So now what we have to do, we have to put all the correct positions in the electrical matrix. So this is how it's wired. Let me pull up our last week drawings if I can find them. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So this is how all the keys are wired on the keyboard, and the keyboard doesn't really have like a matrix scanning because every key is wired directly to one of the pins on the I2C expander. So basically it's a matrixless design, and more or less this is how they pop up when all the keys are being read. Okay, so this first value we won't be changing because we have only one row. So the only thing that needs to be fixed would be the column. So in this case, the first key is LHU, which is left horizontal up. So this should be, let me show you the workbench quickly. So this is left side. So it's gonna be left horizontal up. So this encoder up. But this is the first one on our design on this file, actually from keyboard layout editor. So LHU is first over here. But I hope if we put the correct position in the matrix, then it should be fine. About to find out soon. Okay, so let's keep changing. So LHU is our key number 5. Okay, so we can leave it like that. Next one is left vertical up. So that's the volume. That's gonna be this one, big one. And the number is, it's up. So it's gonna be 2. Let me do a quick check because I think it was different previously. Left vertical up. It's 3 over here. Yeah, this could have been swapped by mistake. Maybe the wiring, I did it wrong. So I'm not quite sure because I have 2 of these keyboards. So one is with chalk and circuit trackpad, and the other one is with MX keys and with trackball. And I think on one of them, I swapped the wires by accident. And now I don't know which one is correct. So I guess I will just leave it like that. The worst what that will happen is that if we rotate it up, instead of adjusting the volume up, it will just lower the volume. So that's not a problem, as long as it has correct all other keys. So just leave it like that. Okay, so the next key is right horizontal up. And the number is, okay, it's gonna be 0. Why it didn't change? Okay, it's 0. Then we have LHS, so it's left horizontal switch. So when we press, so it's gonna be this one when we press it. As far as I can remember, I don't think I have anything under this key. I don't think I have any chord or anything like that. Yeah, but still it has to be properly set in the matrix. Okay, so it's 16. Maybe I would just do it like this. It will be easier to look for me and for you. Okay, so we finish on switch. So the next one is left vertical switch. So LVS. And where is it? Oh, okay, it's over here. So it's 15. Okay, next one is right horizontal switch. So all the way to the right, this one press. And the number for this one is 6. Next one is horizontal down left. So it's gonna be this one, and down, rotate down. And this is 4. Okay. And the vertical down, it's number 3. Okay. So the next one is right horizontal down. So we're gonna change it to 1. Okay, L2 is 23. L3 is 22. L4 is 21. Then we have R4, and the number is 10 from what I see. Then R3, which is number 9. Then there is R2, which is number 8. I just need to fetch some water. Be right back. Okay, refreshed. Where were we? R2 was 8. Yes, that is correct. So now we have L1, and L1 is 24. So it was all the way at the end of the matrix. Okay, now we have L5. And where is it? Okay, it's 20. And R5, I think it's 11, because 8, 9, 10. Okay, I wrote 10 and 11, and they both look the same. Now we have R1, and R1 is 7. And the next one is L6. And L6 is 19. Then there is R6, which is number, looks like 12. Then L7, which is 18. R7, which is 13. L8, 17. And the last one, R8, is 14. Okay, let's do quick check if we have any repeating numbers. So 14 is not repeating, 17. So far, so good. Okay, we have two number 5. Okay, so left horizontal switch. Okay, so this one is 16. And then we have left horizontal up, which is 5. Okay. Let's save it. And now get back to our favorite virtual machine, which most probably changed IP again. Well, it says it's running. Let's check if we still have access. Of course, Explorer just hang. Technically should work. It looks like the IP is still the same, but somehow I can't access the network drive. Okay, now I can see that there is no network. So it looks like after like the system reboot, even though the machine is running, there is some connectivity issue. I think for the next stream, what I will do, I will change the network for the virtual machine because now it's running on the default switch, which is kind of odd. And I can change it to external. So then it should have a external IP. So to get an IP from my router. So this maybe will be a little bit more stable. Okay, for now I will just do like a quick reset. Okay, and we are back. So network is active now. And now it doesn't respond to any input. What a joke, my god. Looks like the whole window just died. How cool. Okay, let's do brute force. Oh, okay, works. Nice. Let's check what's the IP. Okay, it's different now. Windows Explorer is such a joke. So many years and it still sucks. I need to quickly reconnect network drive. Okay, so it works now. I can upload. We get some warnings. It says that the macro should not be defined with an H file. I don't think we had that previously. Have I removed that? Ah, yes, it's removed. So what is it complaining about? Layout macro should not be defined within H files. If I recompile and the same. Ah, that's not the keyboard. Okay, wrong keyboard. I was supposed to compile Chordie. Okay, now it's clean. Okay, uploaded. And let's see what happens now. Okay, it's broken. So yeah, it's the same. So this works, okay. This one is wrong key. These work fine. So this one and this one. Oh, that's interesting. So this key and this key is swapped with this. I mean, I don't know if with this, but at least it has keys from the right side. Let's check the other side. So this one is what? This one is 5. Yeah, so it's a totally messed up again. I don't understand how this conversion happens and what does it do, but it's completely messed up. So this key, this one should be F5, but it's 5. So this one, and this one are correct. 6, 7, 8. So we have these keys working. These are fine. These are fine, and these are fine. These are not fine, as well as these. And let's check what happens to the encoders. So the left encoder should be up A. Okay, so this one is fine. Down is B. Okay, we got that. And on press is tab. Okay, that's nice. And the volume one, so that's the big one, should be C, D, and enter. Okay, it works, but it's swapped. But it's swapped not because of the JSON file, it's swapped because I most probably connected wrongly when I was assembling it. So that's fine. And then the right side, but this one I don't think it works. Okay, we only have backspace on press, and I think the rest wasn't really connected properly. So I would think I would just leave it like that. Okay, so overall it's not that bad, but I don't really understand what's wrong with those keys. Maybe it doesn't like empty spaces like this. If I pull these two up, could be the issue. Okay, let's check. So we have to change L1, L5, R4, and R1. We have to move them up. So we have to change Y to match those keys. Okay, so I guess I gonna mess up Git again. I mean, there's no Git here, or maybe there is. Anyways, I will just save it as some other file. Let's make this one too. And back to the JSON file. If I can pull it like that. Okay, maybe one side is enough for now. So what I wanted to do was to move L1. Can I search like that? Oh, okay, yes. So L1 is here. So we have X0 and Y is 4. Okay, and L2 is over here. So we have X1 and Y is 3. So I will change the Y to 3 for this one. Okay, so now we have something like that. And now I have to change L5. Okay, L5 is here. So I will change Y to 3 as well. Okay, maybe I will just leave it like that. Maybe just one side and see what happens. If it fixes anything. And now we have an empty space over here. So I'm curious if it's gonna affect anything, because we had those keys working fine as well. There could be an issue with that it also doesn't like empty spaces. We're gonna find out soon. Okay, so the firmware is done. Let's go ahead and flash it. Okay, let's try. Oh no, it's still F3. So this didn't change. So these two still wrong. And it didn't affect this as well. This one is 4. Was it like that before? Okay, so we'll try and move those two keys. So R5, it's over here. And as well, we have to change from 4 to 3, just like R2. Yes, exactly. So that was R5. Let's push it back. And now we need to find R1. It's here. Okay, let's change this one to 3 as well. Okay, I will try to compile and see what happens. Okay, we have it flashed. And let's see what happens. Okay, still the same. F3, 1, 1, 2, and 3. And this is F4, but it shouldn't be. Oh, it's all messed up. And these, no change. So this is 5. And this is F5. It looks like the keys are kind of like shifted. Because this one should be F5. But it's 5. So it's actually the opposite side. This one should be 5 over here. But this one is F4. And the 4 should be over here. But it's F5. I don't quite understand how this layout works. It is kind of broken. Not only the output from the converter is wrong because this part is missing. There's no matrix. Yeah, and then it doesn't really work. So changing the position didn't really do much. But I know that the keys are in correct positions and the matrix is correct as well. So that's technically not my fault. At least it would seem like. What will happen if I move this one higher up? Because we have these three and they work okay. I mean L2, L3, and L4. And then R4. So this one, and this one is correct as well. Oh no, it's not. It's 4 and it should be F1 actually. Okay, so I moved L1. So we have L1, L2, L3, and L4. And I wonder if it's gonna change anything. Good that the boot magic is working. And what happens now? Okay, so now it's fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one should be 5. Okay, should I move L5 just below L4? Okay, what happens now? This one used to work. Okay, it's still fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and F1. God damn it. How does it convert this stuff? So I moved L1, so it helped. And how are the encoders? CD enter. Okay, still works. A, B, and tab. Okay, that didn't change. Okay, so we only have an issue with this one on the left side. Okay, so one more time. This one is F1. So the key is L4. And it's wrong. And over here, we have R4. And it's number 5. And it's also wrong. So let's take a look. Oh no, it's not L4. It's L5. And this one is R5. So we have L5 over here and R5 over here. They look kind of odd. How come X and Y are kind of the same? Because L5, okay, so now L5, the X is 4. Looks like L5 has the value of R4, and then R5 has value of L4, if that makes sense. But how does it translate to the info.json? I will try to move R5 above R4. and nothing changed really. Okay, so 5 kind of moved because I think it was over here. Now it's here. So if we look at it from the top, these are the encoders and they all work. Then this key all the way to L4 seems to be working fine. Yes. And then L5 is messed up. So this one doesn't work. It gives us R5. So like these two were swapped in a way. Is it because of the gap over here? Because these are icon, well, but this one is also 15 and it's fine. Awesome. So we can check more info about the info.json format. We open the link and file not found. So they must have moved it somewhere. Okay, it's not even in the repo anymore. Maybe we can find something interesting inside the build folder, if there is one. Okay, there is. Let's go inside. what treasure do we have here? Maybe it would be easier if I open another instance of Visual Studio Code and just open the whole folder. Might be easier to navigate. Okay, so this is the layout that was generated automatically. And what do we have here? That completely changed the name of the keys. Okay, this is the rules MK. This one is also generated. Do I have 25 columns or 24? I think I've made a mistake. Oh no, it's 25, so it's okay. Why wouldn't it put the names from the info.json? Like, what is it? How am I supposed to figure out now what's wrong? So not much help from this file. Okay, so not much help over there. What should we do next? Our key is still not working. We are so close. Actually, only this one and this one, and I think this one are kind of messed up. I'll try to remove those point something something. Maybe this affects the conversion somehow. I mean, how it's generating everything from the JSON file. Oh, nothing changed really. So it's kind of odd because it looks like those keys are kind of moved to the left and they spilled all over to this one. So looks like L5 is swapped with R4. Because we have L5 is F1 and F1 is actually should be R4. And then we have R5 is swapped with R3. Okay, if I swap L5 and R4, I wonder what's gonna happen. Before we finish, I'm gonna have like 20 old JSON files. Okay, let's see. So let's just maybe take a look which other keys are swapped. So we have L5, which is here, is swapped with R4. And then R4 actually has the value of R2. That doesn't really make sense. Are there any other converters available? is there like another step that it's not mentioned in the documentation? So like from KLE to converter, then open up in QMK configurator. Okay, let's try again. Oh, well, okay, but my keyboard is not on the configurator, so that doesn't really change anything. Ah. So the left side almost works, almost, except for one key, which is this one. And that's the one, L5. Maybe since it's the same row, maybe I should have this keys like L1, L2, L3, L4. Then I should have R4, 3, 2, 1. And then another, but I moved these back to the same row. So it's what, L1 to L5. Yeah, so now that they're like in order. Maybe putting them on the same row was not a good idea. Okay, I will move them one row lower, so they're gonna be on Y position 4. Then we have our 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we have our thumb keys, which are like 5, 6, 7 on the Y. Okay, let's see if this changes anything. Okay, flashed. Okay, so this is okay, and this is still not okay. What is wrong with this thing? I totally don't understand. Can I load this file into the QMK configurator? I wonder if it's gonna do anything. You can upload QMK JSON file. Yeah, of course it's on the QMK schema file. That's interesting. I will move all those keys that are in the middle row, so L1, L2, and so forth. So I will just make them like in one line. So we have L1, L2, L3, and L4. And then the next is should be R4. So I will just remove this one as well. So we have R4, R3, R2, R1, L5. L5, R5, and then the rest. That was kind of fast. Suspicious. I will do a clean build because I don't trust why was it so fast. Still nothing. I don't understand this mapping. It totally makes no sense. Everything is correct. The layout is correct. Matrix is correct. And it still doesn't work. How is it mapping those things? It doesn't make sense. Let's take a look at the matrix one more time. Okay, so this one doesn't work at all. So next is volume up. Okay, so I have this switched. So volume down is actually third. Actually, it's one more second. It's 0, 1, 2. So this is up. So it's fourth or third if we look from 0. And the switch is 16. So this is correct. Yeah, so this is L1 and it's the last one. L2 is second from the end, third, fourth, and this one is fifth. So this is correct. Okay, I've made so many files and I edited the wrong one. That's great. That's why it was compiling so fast. I was editing the wrong file. Maybe I should have started using Git. Okay, let's give it a shot. So I was right that it was suspicious that it compiled so fast, but it didn't compile anything actually. Oh, finally. Can't believe it. Okay, finally it works. Okay, so I had to move those keys like this. And now everything is in order. So if we take a look, How do I zoom back? Okay, so we have these, the encoders. Then we have these encoders, and then these. So then we have one row of those keys. So it's L1 to L4. And then in the file, so this is L1 to L4. But then I had to put R4 to R1, which are these. And then it goes left L5, R5. So this one and this one, and so forth, so forth. So looks like we have finally working JSON file, and there is no complaints during compilation from what I see. Okay, that's nice. That's very nice. Still, when I think about it, like when I will be doing DBD and 3I2C, that's gonna be pain. There's so many more keys. But at least we have some experience now, so maybe it won't be that bad. Might be faster to write some kind of a small app just to be able to quickly whip out the layout. Okay, so this is working fine. I can get rid of those files. Okay, so always nice and dandy. So that is for the default layout. So here we have no chording or anything like that. We did some cleanup. We have moved also the code for the I2C init over here into the matrix init code. So that's good as well. I was thinking maybe this will also help solve the issue with the locking on ARM, because when the keyboard crashed before, it would always show the issue that it can't really initialize I2C. So I don't know what was happening, but maybe it was trying to reconnect somehow, but the init code was in a different place, in a place that wasn't really called anymore, and that's why it couldn't like reconnect. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so before we finish for today, I think finally we can compile the chording engine and see what's broken there, because I can't believe it to be working. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to change. Okay, I think this extra key, I don't think it's needed really. So let's change it to false. So this one we have to change to true, because we'll be using pointing device. Maybe console. I will leave it for now, just in case I need to change something. I mean check, not change. Okay, so that will be it. In rules MK, we have to enable the driver for the trackball. And I think that's all. Okay, so let's upload. And see what happens. Well, it should work if all the keys from the default layout are working. So this one should work as well. And trackball is not an issue if the driver is okay, so should be fine. We have boot magic enabled, so just in case, I think we still be able to boot it back to like the default layout and see what's happening. Okay, so I'm gonna flash it now. Okay, let's see if the trackball is working, and it's not working. How cool is that? Have I missed something? The pointing device is okay. Oh, okay. I flashed the wrong file. Okay. Let's see. Okay, trackball is working. Let's hop over to our key check. Okay. And yes, it works. Left side, all is fine. And over here. Cool. Okay, so I can change it. Finally, it's been so long since I had it like fully working. Awesome. That's great. I love this keyboard. Even though it has so little keys and you can't really be like super fast on it. But it works great. And there's no need to move your hands. I can do all the stuff. Awesome. Numbers layer. Here are these are arrows over here. These are numbers. And these are the function keys. Okay, that's okay. Okay, cool. Great. So success. We made it. We made it with the JSON file. Finally, Chordie is working. It's working on the chording engine as well, which is great. So next time on Wednesday, we can finally move on to some CAD work, which I was hoping we will be able to do last week, but the problems just kept piling up and piling up. But this is how it is. This is how it works when you try to build a keyboard. So some things you can't really speed up or rush. But we have it working and it's great. So on Wednesday, I think we can finally move on to changing the keyboard, adding those extra keys. Yeah, maybe if we're lucky, if we're fast enough, maybe we can start the print as well on Wednesday. And maybe I mean, on Thursday, on Friday, I doubt we'll be assembling anything yet. Yeah, but I expect the progress to be faster now. CAD is not like programming like this when nothing really works. Okay, so I guess I will finish on this one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope to see you on Wednesday. And in the meantime, have a great one. Have a good rest, good day, and see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.